I'm Darrenisha Heron with the headlines in Austin. We're hearing from a grieving father after his teenage son died in Lady Bird Lake. On June 1st, the family went to the lake to kayak and paddleboard. 17-year-old Ire Mamari Shote went under the water and didn't come up. His father called police and spent hours searching. On Tuesday, he learned his son's body had been located. Investigators think he had been standing near a drop-off in the lake and fell into the deep water. His father says his son is all he can think about.
I am sure this is what we go through. It's more than just pain. Because, you know, sitting down, I mean, for the last 7 days, I don't see any other thing but him.
A funeral will be held in North Texas later this week. Police are urging paddleboarders and kayakers to be safe on Lady Bird Lake this summer. Here's Jessica Cha.
When it gets hot, to the water people go. According to Aubrey Rudder, general manager of the Austin Rowing Club, which offers kayak and boat rentals, Lady Bird Lake is a popular choice.
We probably serve about 70,000 customers.
While you may see plenty of colorful paddle boats, kayaks, and boats fill the water, you won't see people swimming in it. At least you're not supposed to.
We do let our guests know that swimming is actually illegal, and then we get people all the time asking if they're able to swim. We're like, absolutely not. You do not want to swim in this water.
So there's an ordinance in the 1960s that was passed that banned swimming in the lake. There's a lot of hazards in the lake.
Lieutenant Elijah Myrick oversees APD's Lake Patrol Unit, which monitors all bodies of water in Austin. With the lake in the middle of a city, he says the water's quality can be a risk.
Oil, things from gasoline that end up on the roadways, untreated water that may come out of, RVs and things like that.
But what's under the surface is also a concern. Old construction debris, scooters, shopping carts, and needles that have washed into the water from past flooding events. Myrick says that makes Lady Bird a difficult place to swim.
Unfortunately, in the last month, we've had 2 drownings related to people who rented those paddle boards and took off their life jackets and got into an uncomfortable situation because of the depth and the hazards in the water and succumbed to those injuries.
Rudder says businesses like theirs try to keep customers as safe as possible.
All of our staff is there to get guests in and out of their kayaks, as well as all of the guests that come down to our dock are required to wear a life jacket before getting onto our boats.
That was Jessica Cha reporting. So while activities like kayaking and paddleboarding aren't allowed, Lieutenant Myrick says he encourages people spending time on the water to always wear a life jacket and stay in a group. Travis County prosecutors are joining a fight to halt the Trump administration's cuts to anti-violence programs nationwide. The Travis County District and county attorney's offices joined prosecutors from 19 other states in supporting a lawsuit filed by violence prevention groups. In that suit, those nonprofits say the Justice Department abruptly ended more than 370 multi-year agreements and grants worth $820 million. Those grants support things like drug treatment, mental health, victim services, and juvenile justice programs nationwide. Now, prosecutors say losing that funding would be catastrophic. When announcing the cuts, the DOJ said the programs no longer align with its goals or priorities. An Austin woman was involved in a hit-and-run incident last month in downtown Austin, and police say what that person was riding is illegal. Here's Kelsey Sanchez.
Maya Burowitz is having a hard time getting around. She says she broke 7 bones in her wrist and foot last month and will be on the mend for quite some time.
My wrist is healing pretty fast, but my foot's going to take a long time, actually. They said probably expect like 6 months before it's back to like full function.
Burowitz says this was the result of a wrong-way hit and run. Last month, someone riding a motorized electric bike hit her while she was cycling home. It happened in the bike lane of the Congress Avenue Bridge on South Congress Avenue.
Someone on a Suron e-bike was coming the opposite direction, so like the wrong way in the bike lane. and hit me. They're going pretty fast, like 30 miles an hour, I think.
That person rode off, and Borowitz is hoping they come forward.
I hope they do the right thing and take responsibility for what they've done, and I hope they don't ride that way in the future for sure, because it's very dangerous.
Borowitz says the bike had no pedals and was going roughly 30 miles an hour. KVUE reached out to Austin police officials who say the bike is considered an off-road electric motorcycle. They say because of how fast it can go, it's not allowed to be in bike lanes or in public roads and is strictly meant to be used off-road. District 9 Councilman and Mobility Committee Vice Chair Zoe Caudry oversees the downtown area. He added when a person is on a bike, electric or not, they should be held accountable. And he says more conversations could be coming to enhance safety.
And I think my heart goes out to anyone who's ever felt any sort of pain. And I think it's our job to kind of mitigate and remove that pain. And that comes through good policy.
Whatever plans unfold, Borowitz says this incident isn't stopping her from hopping back on her bike.
I would definitely want to bike again as soon as I can.
That was Kelsey Sanchez reporting. Austin police say the case was suspended because of a lack of leads, but the case could be reopened if any evidence pops up identifying the person who took off. Some Central Texas businesses are still trying to recover from losses after a storm tore through our area on May 28th. Trolley Pub Austin had to completely stop its operations. The business is known for hosting celebrations while showing off the city, but a massive tree fell onto all 3 of their trolleys. The owner said they've lost more than $20,000. He said his insurance won't cover the damage or losses.
So with zero revenue coming in, that doesn't stop other bills from needing to be paid. And that's the unfortunate part, is those bills are still accumulating.
Trolley Pub staff started a fundraiser to help the business bounce back. Austin City Council proclaimed Monday Austin PBS Day. The proclamation honors the organization's decades-long commitment to public service, education, and culture. It comes amid a national effort aimed at protecting public radio and TV stations from funding cuts. Council member Chicho Vela says he grew up watching shows like Sesame Street on the channel.
And learning Spanish was very important to her and to my father. And the fact that there was a bilingual, bicultural PBS show on during that time, the 70s and early 80s, was just so valuable. And it's really special that Austin PBS was the home of Carrasco Lendas.
Austin PBS serves more than 3 million viewers in more than 20 counties across the region. And those are the headlines here in Austin. I'm Darenisha Heron.